Yo, what's up? My name is Amar Ramik. Today, I'm drinking water and eating fucking Milanos and talking about our number 4th movie on this list. You guys can guess it right now because I'm gonna reveal it in a second. But it's a doozy because it should have been better than it was. But hey, what can you do? It's Iron Man 2. If I can click the check mark. What can I say except this is one of the worst sequels, Marvel films, and I mean, just a shitbox of a story. Why am I doing this?
What do you
I really was questioned for every decision I've ever made just now. My bad for cutting off. But hey, what I was getting to is the problems of Iron Man 2. Now, this movie suffers from one thing. It's too many cooks in one kitchen. Think about this. You introduce serious aspects, mix it with comedy, put a couple shitty side plots, 2 villains really, one political or really money, just like a business competitor, and one that's an actual villain. And then you mix that shit up and make a shitty soup that you would serve in a gulag. That is Iron Man 2. But you wouldn't even serve that in a gulag because that's too fucking evil. It's kind of crazy to me too, because you have every piece of the puzzle if you think about it. You just need the direction to connect it together. And I feel like this is legitimately, I looked at the IMDb thing before this. They had such a great cast. I mean, you were just watching this movie. They had a decent cast. They could have definitely made this a worthwhile thing. However, it's just a depiction. It's just the depiction that really flaws this all. I mean, like, what is it? If anything's to blame for this movie's failures, I would definitely say directing. Not even a hot take. It's just fucking facts. I don't know what they were going for in certain aspects. Maybe they had something down in the screenplay that I didn't, but it's better than fucking Rise of Skywalker. Like any soup, when you have 2 strong ingredients, it can often clash in your taste buds and leave you in complete disgust. That's the case in this movie because you have 2 sides, and this can be done right, but it's completely done wrong in this film. Because you have Justin Hammer, who's a strong businessman that poses an actual political threat to Tony Stark. And then you have the physical threat, which lies in Ivan Vanko. He just stands there as a kind of a mercenary that, fights back and fights against kind of the injustices or, issues that he finds with Tony's company, Stark Industries. But I feel like Hammer's side of the story is so weak that it takes away from Ivan's and makes it just horrible. I mean, again, don't get me wrong. Ivan Drago's not a perfect character. Not even close. I said Ivan Drago. That's a guy from fucking Rocky. Ivan Vanko, or just Whiplash. I just call him Whiplash from now on. He's not a perfect character because the fact that he's treated like a dumb grunt at times, when he could be much smarter. At the beginning of the movie, he has, emotional, impactful scene. And when he gets up and finds his will for revenge against Tony Stark, you feel a certain motivation, you understand it. However, there's other scenes where he's just playing with a bird or in a prison cell, and it doesn't really match with what he wants or his main goal is. And the ending fight scene, it's less satisfying than it should be. It's more drawn out. It's completely boring because you have no emotional connection to this character that you really should, because there's so much comedy. And believe it or not, that's actually the next point of contention I wanted to get to. Tone. It's undeniably another factor that puts this movie down, because you have a serious character like Whiplash, who is portrayed with a playful, childish personality. And it's kind of the same with Tony. Iron Man 2, believe it or not, is not supposed to be half of a serious film, half of a comedy. I depict it this way. I think it's kind of a breakdown of Tony's character. Because in a way, he's facing with the realities of what he faced in the Middle East. Some of the things that are, catching up to him, such as his suit, how it doesn't work anymore. Those things are really serious and can define you and can really change your perspective on the world. However, it doesn't work because you instead get these scenes where he's sitting on a donut. It's kind of crazy to me too, because you have every piece of the puzzle if you think about it. You just need the direction to connect it together. And I feel like this is legitimately, I looked at the IMDb thing before this. They had such a great cast. I mean, you were just watching this movie. They had a decent cast. They could have definitely made this a worthwhile thing. However, it's just a depiction. It's just the depiction that really flaws this all. I mean, like, what is it? If anything's to blame for this movie's failures, I would definitely say directing. Not even a hot take. It's just fucking facts. I don't know what they were going for in certain aspects. Maybe they had something down in the screenplay that I didn't, but it's better than fucking Rise of Skywalker. Now we get to the final segment of the show where I talk about if I'm ever going to rewatch this. And my answer to this has always been no so far. I'm such a nitpicky person that this movie generally does bother me. I notice the simple details, I notice the fixable issues, and I notice the plot points that don't really work. And for that, I can't revisit this movie. And it'll stay at number 4 in my rankings right now until, somebody else can maybe talk me through or show some appreciation for this that I don't quite see. For now, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I forget that I have an audience now, so I'm very thankful. I'm glad you guys are watching this. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Stay tuned for the YouTube upload. I've finally found an editor and an uploader who can do my content. So thank you so much.